Good salutations. Welcome back to my playthrough of 100%ing FF14. So much fun to be had. Okay, so catching up all my other stuff while I'm waiting for her. But so what I've decided, just a random dead person laying around in the thing. He's always there. Just it's fun. I've rezzed him on other characters. All right. Back Shaw, how did it feel to conquer such ferocious foes? Let us ride that wave of triumph onto an even more demanding and dangerous challenge. Your next training exercise will have you accompanying Foreseer Clahia on one of her inspections. This experience will afford you the opportunity to witness firsthand the practical application of Arcanima. Pray do not tarry, Sean. Clahia awaits you on the floor below with further details. Parents, as I expect. Shall we proceed directly to the job at hand? I have been tasked with examining the wares of a goblin peddler caravan run by the oil stocks family. In fact, these beastmen merchants of dealing in forbidden goods. As such, I have calculated that announcing the inspection has a 60% chance of inviting physical violence. Their strategy to respond to this possible shift into hostilities, there is an important precondition you should be made aware of before we discuss the finer points of my plan. I am considered gifted in the formation of tactics. I lack the reflexes and coordination necessary to employ many of those self-same strategies on the field of battle. Pray keep this factor in mind and adjust your perceptions accordingly. Okay, probably 95%. Let's place the peddlers on this middle of us. Middle Laodicea. Sections. Yeah. And since we're here, heading for the 8th room. Level 16 off this job. Oh. Okay. Alright. About as on center as I can. Then we just run across the bridge. Now it's button up against the thing. I am Forseer Clahia of Milvan's Gate. Cease all transactions, surrender your goods for inspection. Nasty, sneaky peekers. Gobby spit uplander nosy eyes on stabby iron. A predictably aggressive response. Very well, Sean. What will we discuss? Alright. That's done with that. Nicely done. Meditation, organization. Your failure is not your technique. No, sorry, that's Matrix. It's a Matrix reference. It might have been serving our beloved guildmaster himself in action. This is the perfect example of how the strategy for a given task should be tailored to the abilities of the assessor. In other words, before you begin formulating your tactics, it's necessary to fully understand your own strengths and weaknesses. On that note, there is another question I would ask you. When it comes to improving the probable success of a strategy, do you consider it more effective to concentrate on playing your strengths or shoring up your weaknesses? Alright. Return this. Accurate assessment of your available techniques and their relative effectiveness believe that covers everything for today. All right. Huh. Here we go. Back from the field, Sean. Tahia contacted me with a summary of events. Read a lecture on knowing myself. A particular lesson is ordinarily taught only to intermediate practitioners. Without a sufficient store of combat experience from which to draw, it is difficult to fully appreciate the profundity of such a seemingly simple truth. Nevertheless, I feel confident that you will soon be ready for a more ambitious assignment. Studies maintain the razor edge of your mind. Ooh, okay. Seem tired, Sean. Are you sleeping properly? One's reason can suffer without sufficient rest and recuperation. Should you deem yourself fit for duty, pray make your way down to the practice room. Seer Clahia has requested you accompany her on another official inspection. There is, however, a requirement for your participation. Seer will explain the situation. I didn't think I'd miscalculated, Sean. Thank you for coming. I will soon be boarding a trading vessel suspected of smuggling. All merchant ships that make use of Limsa Lominsa's ports are subject to inspection by Milvan's gate assessors. This is a routine I perform daily. In case of smugglers, however, there's 75% probability of encountering resistance. Thus, I would appreciate your company during this assignment. It's now that we must discuss the requirement of which you were informed. Though I have full confidence in your material and your martial expertise, it is imperative that you first acquire the ability to summon Topaz Carbuncle. Such knowledge will be released to you contingent on your acceptance of this duty. Very good. The arcane entity given form by the Topaz geometry will further expand your offensive capabilities. With such an ally at your command, even the harshest of enemies will falter before you. Indeed, we could not conduct these dangerous spot inspections without its support. Please return to Mistress the Beergeim and inform her of your participation. I will join you once I have completed some final adjustments to my tactical formulae. Okay. You have agreed to accompany the Foreseer, and I shall gladly instruct you in the use of Topaz Carbuncle. Pray do not hesitate to employ this entity in combat should the inspection turn sour. Good. Alright. Mercenaries Gaisbreen and Aristota are here to assist with the inspection. Both are old hands when it comes to escorting Klahia during her more dangerous duties. Well met, Shaw. My spells are at your disposal. So the first time we're expecting trouble. As long as we follow the Foreseer's tactics and keep a clear head, we'll come through just fine. The Morning Star is preparing to dock in Ailport. We'll meet our first challenge, however, before we even board the vessel. There's almost certainty that the merchant ship has hired a thug or two to accost us at the pier. Calculate the probability at 98%. The crew wish to avoid attacking us on deck, you see, as that would all but trumpet their criminal intentions to the world at large. Now, once we do manage to clear the rails, we will face a deck crowded with armed sailors. For a small party such as ours, the most effective strategy will be to incapacitate individual foes as swiftly as possible. Each opponent we down is one less weapon raised against us. It is imperative that we do not allow ourselves to become tangled in the multiple drawn-out skirmishes, lest we be overwhelmed. Call this stratagem Hammerfall. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one situation into the desired reality. It's time we depart. Let's regroup for the main gates of Ailport. Oh yeah, I still have to do that part. Let's take care of. I hate the Beacon quests. It's such a waste of time. Okay. That takes care of that part. About our task, Sean Bright. Steersman here that we are ready to conduct our inspection. He offered Yordix. Yay. Beat the shit out of people. I get it. You're at the folks from Milvan's gate. Hells, I knew there'd be trouble. Well then, certainly glad to see you can handle yourself. You'll find the landing boat just down here at the end of this ramp. I have no part of what comes next, though. Like, look, I just work here. It's... And I am reminded of our guildmaster. Thanks to your efficient response, we will be able to commence this inspection earlier than I had calculated. We shall board the merchant vessel out in the bay. Sthota. We take the rudder, the morning star awaits. Your welcoming party at the pier failed to Paris. I expect, with a probability of 85%, that our arrival will incite further belligerence. Our objective, however, is not to trade blows, but to gain access to the hull. It may behoove us to employ, fuck's sake, with the stratagem hardhead and whatnot. Spy time so that suspect goods may be tossed into the ocean. I do not intend to give them that time. We'll pull our way towards the cargo hold as quickly as we can. It's a tactic fraught with risk. What have we here then? Well, the bitch Admiral's lapdog can't burn out shit. Oh no. Just like your mistress, always sticking your nose in where it ain't invited. No, it can't be. Recognized my pretty face, did you? But you were caught. Exiled. Corsair, are you hurt? Can you stand? Stay back. You stay away from me. Corsair, please, calm down. What are your orders? I've had enough of your whimpering. And I've certainly had enough of these bloody books. It's clear you ain't learning anything from them. You got a different kind of lesson. She's fainted. We must withdraw. On, quickly, back to the boat. We'll carry the force here. Ah, come on. Aye, that's right. You slink on back to your mistress, you worthless curs. Good to see you well, Sean. Gasparine sent word ahead of each event. Unfortunate turn of events. But considering the infamous Blackheart you faced, you might have fared much worse. Have you heard of the Pirate dos Maga? Exiled from Limps to Laments some years ago, but it appears he's chosen to defy the Admiral's orders. Once more, he dares lay a hand on Corsair Clahia. Poor lass must have been terrified. If I had known Dos Maga was aboard that ship, I never would have assigned her that duty. Her physical wounds will soon mend. There is little we can do to salve the hurt to her mind. You're concerned? Angry, mayhap? Harness that energy. Channel it into your trade. Predict we shall be needing your skills before long. Increases base action damage change. PS duration also increases base tap by 10%. Okay, neat. It's ruined to ruin 2. Okay. Inventory. All right. Greetings, Sean. In case such doubts fill your mind, you should know without trouble, at the very least, I would have you know this, as it seems that Lehia does not. Corsair has been missing since this morning. There have been other times she disappeared without a word, but we have always been able to find her. Alas, that is not the case this time. Fieldmaster here, he could use her whereabouts with nary a moment's concentration. I find myself beginning to wonder if those who devote themselves over much to Arcanist are more prone to bouts of wanderlust. But while I might wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organize a search. Dozen. Makote agent of Mildon's Gate? Oh, yes, I have seen her. Spoke with her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. The assessor was drilling me for details about a Kakiran smuggling ring based in Outport, and the soldiers arrived and took her away. Wished to know her fate, and I suggested she talk with Grenade of the Coral Tower. Corsair Clahia? Yes. We brought her in for questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Dosmaga. Member of the Arcanist Guild, are you? I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you are already aware of this, but the Corsair was once held captive by that rabid sea dog. Few pirates sink to such depths of depravity as Dosmag. It has been 6 years now since he was exiled from Limsa Lominsa for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. Now the villain has returned. He is, however, both cunning and cautious, and used to evade our troops. Thus, we hope to borrow the knowledge of Corsair Clahia, whose experiences have given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrel operates. At least that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves instead providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak with Corsair Clahia, I imagine she has already returned safely to your guild. Dicks. It gets really tiresome going like, oh yeah, go all the way here, so that you can just end up having to go back where you started. So we finally start moving somewhere on this quest. Back already? Never led to believe she had returned here? I'm afraid not. something of her history with Dosmaga, did they? It'd be best if I told you the entire tale. Dosmaga's banishment was a result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in underground slave trade. The assessor that stepped aboard the pirate's ship spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunates crammed into the squalid hold. Among those prisoners was a young Mikote, destined for some black market auction block. Clyhia was initially too terrified to even speak. Guildmaster brought her out of her fearful daze with the gift of an initiate's grimoire. Yes, the self-same tome that she has carried her entire career. Oh, I didn't. That's why that's not working. Okay. Wasn't going right? Alright. Basically, this'll let me set things up a bit more. Here's good news. Printer here was kind of confirmed. Trader salvaged my search destined cargo did indeed retrieve a tome matching the description of my lost grimoire. Okay. Okay. So hit Ruby. Oh, that's the leave meat. Okay. I don't need that quite yet. I need to actually go up this way. Okay. Got a couple jobs I can finish up here. Always nice to see. So now that I'm level 20 and these are level 10s, I should be done with them trying to jump my butt. Greetings, Shaw, your arrival completes our small company. We're equipped for battle, I trust. We need not await till he has arrived. Once Karen appears on the bridge, we spring our ambush. wonderful grimoire is ruined. Process the loss. Which time we return to the guild as well. However, something we can do, I will call on you very soon. But in the meantime, you will be well served to deepen your knowledge of Arcanist. Okay. All right. That takes us to the end of our first hour play here. Oh, let's take a look. Well, that's not helpful. All right. So, still got a bunch of stuff I can do here because we've got what? We've got Rogue here. We've got Marauder here. Anyone else is hanging out? Oh, not that I have access to, but, you know. So, Rogue and Marauder, and then I need to do... And I'll have Archer, Conjurer, and Lancer over in Gridania. And we've got some other shit to do, because we got Blacksmith and Armor here. We also have Culinarian. And we have Fisher for Gathering. So, I'm going to take a break for a quick minute and figure out what we're doing next. All right. So, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.